happens, I go back on my word to Brendan and Rachel. Whichever one stays is gunning for me. It's fewer enemies, but I've gone back on my word, and my word means nothing to anybody else. Option 3. Don't win head of household. Best case scenario, Brendan or Rachel win. They put up. Hayden, Lane, or Kristen in any combo. No blood is on my hands. One of the power players I want out of the house is out of the house. That would be the best case scenario. Lose head of household or throw it. Anybody else besides Brendan or Rachel win head of household. They'll probably put Brendan or Rachel up. Meaning both of them would have a chance to play for power of veto. One would likely win. And chances are I would go up as a replacement. I think that one of them would still go home, but they would do everything they could to see me leave because they want to be in the jury house together to get romantical until September. It's a vacation for them to be together and to fuck like bunnies. But everybody knows that's what they would do. So I think that no matter what theatrics or lies or whatever they used, to try to get people to vote me out of the house instead of one of them, I think people would see through it. I could garner sympathy. And it might make one of them an even bigger target. If I played cool during the whole thing. And everybody knows that they've already done a bunch of dramatic stuff so far to try to manipulate the game. So my head is telling me not to win the head of household because either of those latter two scenarios is better than either scenario I can imagine. if I win, the only thing pulsing through my head is if I could win this next head of household, but threw it and then got voted out week 4, I would live in a world of Big Brother regret. And if I could win and threw it and got voted out any time in the future without playing this game and winning head of household at least once, that's another world of regret. I don't think that I'll get voted out next week, even if the worst case scenario for me pans out. If I lose head of household, I don't think I will. Because I really think whoever wins, if it's not Brendan or Rachel, will put the two of them up. And then Brendan or Rachel would have to win. Which still, the numbers are against them in a power veto, even though they're strong. And then even if they won, they would have to pull a major rabbit out of their hat. Then I would have to be the replacement nominee. Then they would have to pull a major rabbit out of their hat for one of them to stay over me. So, live feed audience, if I'm playing to win Big Brother, I don't win head of household this Thursday. But if I'm only playing to get to the jury house, I do win head of household. So logic dictates that I do not win. And also, if I don't win and I survive week 4, which I think is likely, my lovely live feed audience, that gives me more time to sit back and watch some of these other players slip up and start fighting with one another. So they start to target one another. Okay, live feed. My mantra until Thursday night is I'm playing to win, not playing to be on the jury. My goal is not jury. My goal is $500,000. And even if I ended up against one of them as a replacement nominee, I could talk circles around Brendan. He's already done so much to incriminate himself. And I'm more persuasive than he is. I'm even more persuasive than he thinks he is. Don't win, don't win, don't win, don't win. Okay, before I try to go to bed in that shitty room, here's how I want things to play out over the next couple weeks. Thursday, I want Brendan or Rachel to win head of household. And I want them to put up Lane and Kristen. And if one of them wins the power of veto, I want Hayden to be the nominee. And I want Kristen to go because I think that she may be the long-term friend, one of the long-term friends. I really don't care which of those three goes, just one of them. Then the following week, I want who's ever remaining out of those two to win head of household, seek revenge, go after Brendan and Rachel, knock out Brendan or Rachel. Those would be the perfect next 2 weeks in my book. What do you think, live feed? See, I have to acknowledge the live feed or else I'm just a person by myself, talking to myself like a crazy person. Big Brother is both prison and mental institution. This is going to be a scary week. This is the week all the shit hits the fan. Oh my gosh. And why the fuck did Matt tell Brittany that I was definitely not going to put up Rachel or Brendan? Why did he tell her of all people? Like, the biggest gossip in the house. Because he doesn't want to be the replacement nominee if Brendan and Rachel go up. And one of them wins POV. Which means I can't really trust Matt as much as I thought. Okay. Okay, last thing and I'll go to bed. My live feeders, if any of you are watching, if I intend to just outright throw the competition on Thursday, which I think I'm going to wear a long sleeve shirt that's navy